I've been looking at that photo of a lion in the background for the whole interview. How has fatherhood changed your opinion on strength?
Oh, yeah, that's good. So there was a certain point we talked about breaking that shell open or that safe spot open and having to deal with that. There was a time where I had to, for my own personal sake, I had to take down the Navy SEAL stuff, right? Take down the pictures of me in a ring, all of that stuff that I had built a real structure of a sound sort of image and get rid of all of that, right? I've since now embraced it all, but I had to go through that process, and that was a very tough and painful thing to do. But it was also tough and painful to even bring it back in a healthy way, right? Well, what I would think is a more healthy way of understanding all of these things that I had gone through and done, and what represents true masculinity, what represents, really being a man, what really is strength and power, what really is what kids need. Right? Do they need that? Is that what's important for their upbringing? So that perspective and the questions that I ask revolving around what do kids actually need? I think my favorite to the date story is my oldest son played football and wrestled, and he's since quit football. And I just struggled so hard with the idea that he wasn't going to play football, right? I knew at the deepest levels that it doesn't matter, right? That it's okay that he doesn't, but I still couldn't wrap my head around the fact that he wasn't going to do it. And I wanted so badly to twist the story around where it's like, it'll be really good for your wrestling if you play football. You really should just do it. Look at all those guys out there playing. It's good for your social life. It's good for you, right? I could think of 100 ways in which I would want to convince him that he should be playing football. And so then, of course, my mind then goes to, God, he's going to end up hanging out with the wrong people and he's going to become lazy. And then I'm watching him, look how much time he spends on his phone, right? I could feel myself going in that direction. And so I had to make a change in the way that I perceive my son and the things that he wants to do and how he is choosing to do it. I had to change that perspective, and it took some time. And upon doing so, I began to observe how actually he's getting up and training on his own. And he's finding this sort of intense, ambitious passion to be a wrestler. And now he's showing up and scheduling his own workouts. And now he's going to the YMCA. And now his physique and his strength and his confidence and all of these things were growing, 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 growing. And in the end, I realized he has done all the things that I thought I wanted to see in him all by himself without me making it be a certain particular way. It just happened in his own time, in his own way. And he's right there where he's having a great time and he's doing what he wants to do. So it was just a great experience for me to reframe the way that I think and how I believe things should be. And I think that I can do my best to pass that down to all of his brothers too. I mean, maybe even to myself.